Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to build an animation which we will prepare in Photoshop and later on animate in Animate CC, and that actually will be another video. So in video 1 we're going to do the preparation of the animation. In this case I'm going to use some basic footage from the Rijksmuseum website. We can find some high quality images inside of the Rijksstudio, and I want to search for a nice drawing by Joseph Israels, and I like this drawing very much because it almost asks for animation in here, like a walk cycle. So I would like to download this image. As you can see, it's got some high quality in there, so we can cut it out and download it and get creative. So let's download this image now. There we go, and let's get our hands on it in Photoshop. So this is the drawing inside of Photoshop, and I would like to cut out all these layers like the arm, the head, the body and the 2 feet. So let's select the subject at first. So let's select the character. We can use the magic wand tool for that, but we could also use the option select subject, which is inside of the wand tool, and that will do some artificial intelligence and actually looks at the painting, the drawing, and in this case it's got a nice decent selection already. So that's pretty cool. Of course it doesn't understand the wooden shoes because that's a long time ago, so we need to do some adjustments on the selection with maybe the lasso tool or something, but it is a nice starting point. So let's do an alt selection to cut off some of these details. There we go. And let's do a shift selection to add the wooden shoes. There we go. And let's improve the selection a little bit more. And I saw some details missing at the neck area. Alt select will give us a minus. And I think this is a pretty nice selection. So let's cut her out. Let's Command C, copy, and Command V to paste it in this layer. And let's call it a body. Now when we hide this layer, nothing really happened, but now I need to get rid of the lady in the painting. So let's make a nice selection. A little bit rough around the edges. And let's select the correct layer, shift backspace, and then use the content aware fill, and now the lady will magically disappear, leaving a nice detailed background. So this is a pretty nice scenery to work on, I think. So let's now cut off some elements without doing the lady any harm, of course, and let's start with the head, and let's cut her head off. So let's use the lasso tool again, make a nice selection of her head. Command X, Command Shift V in the same place but in a new layer, and this is going to be the head. We're going to do the same with the arm. Zoom out a little bit, use the lasso tool again. Around the edges. Select the layer again, Command C, Command V. Let's hide this arm. This is her right arm. Let's hide it a bit, and then let's get rid of the arm in the original drawing. So what we could do is make a lasso selection on the inside of the drawing and do a shift backspace as well on the correct layer. Content aware. Command D, and let's continue on. Shift backspace. Command D, and now over here, the final part. Command D, and of course we can put the arm on top of it again. But now we can make a nice rotation from this side. So this works. Let's do the same thing with the feet. Let's cut her feet off. Just one, and I need to delete the other one because I can't see that one very good. So let's Command X, Command Shift V, hide it, and let's get rid of this foot or the part of it that's visible. In order to make it easier to animate the feet, I need to extend this dress a little bit more over here. So I'm going to make a selection of this part of the dress again. Command C, Command Shift V, and just drag this part downwards a bit. And it gives me a little bit more space to play with the animation of the feet. And let's erase this little part. Okay, so now we've got one foot, and of course we'll need to have two of those. So let's copy this one, and we'll start renaming everything actually. So this can be part of the dress. So let's merge these layers. Body. This is one foot. Let's call this one the right foot. And this will be the left foot. And let's place it over here on the back. There we go. And now we need to extend those legs a bit more in order to hide it behind the dress. So let's use the stamp tool for that. This is the left one. Bigger brush, Alt select, and just drag those legs upward a bit more. There we go. And let's do the same thing for the other foot. Alt select. And let's organize the hierarchy. There we go. So this is, I think, okay enough for the animation. Maybe let's put her head behind the body, so we can extend her neck a bit more and let it wobble a bit. So let's do the same thing as we did with the feet, but then let's see what it looks like. Okay. So we've got a right arm, but we haven't got a left arm, and probably we'll see her arm swaying next to her body. So let's copy this one as well and put another arm behind her body. So this is going to be the left arm. Okay, that's the first stretch. So we've got our body parts ready to animate. We've got a background, but probably I would like to use this animation inside of Instagram. So I would like to have a squared animation. So let's see if that works out as well. I would like to cut out the painting. So let's make a nice polygon lasso selection, something like this. We'll do the trick. And I would like to cut out the outside, so I'm going to do a Command Shift I, Command C, Command V, and put that part on top of it. There we go. And I'll make a nice square selection with the rectangle tool. There we go. Shift, Command C, Command V, and move that one down. So this is a nice squared image. Let's cut a part off. So this is my my square right now, my frame actually. Let's merge those layers, and now I've got a nice frame on top of it. Let's call it frame. And now let's put the lady in a group folder. And we can select the group if we want to, or a layer, in this case a group, and scale her down so she matches the frame size. And of course now we can use the background to make it a nice animation. So we can hide the frame for a bit. Use the background on a separate layer because I want to animate the background as well. Something like this. And now we can use the C on our keyboard and make sure that it will fit. There we go. Well, in order to make her walk, I would like to extend this this background. So let's scale it up a little bit so it matches the frame. Command A, Command C, Command N for a new document. Command V, and in here I would like to extend the canvas, maybe times 3. And in this way I can duplicate, holding down Alt and Shift, and make a nice painting out of it. And of course need to get rid of those patches in the middle. So let's select all of those layers, merge layers, use the rectangle selection tool, select the area which doesn't really correspond with what we'd like. So Shift Backspace, Content Aware Fill. Perfect. And over here the same thing. Shift Backspace, Content Aware Fill. And maybe do a little adjustments on certain areas with the healing brush or the spot healing brush tool maybe. So let's save this one as well as a flattened image. Command S, and this is gonna be the background. There we go. I'm gonna leave it as a separate file because Animate needs to import it separately. And this is my final drawing, which I'm gonna use inside of Animate, but then without the background. So let's save this one as well. Command S, like a Photoshop file. Demo, there we go, save. In the next video we're gonna put this in motion in Adobe Animate CC.